In 1959, Honda, a Japanese motorbike manufacturer, entered the US market. They rented a cheap apartment, in which two of them had to sleep on the floor. They swept the floors of their run-down warehouse and stacked the bikes themselves to save money. That small Japanese team could barely even speak English. The next year, when the season picked up again and their big bikes started selling, disaster struck. The US bikers did longer journeys at faster speeds than Honda's ordinary customers back in Japan, and the bikes quickly started breaking down. Honda had only tried to sell their big bikes in the US because their smaller bikes, despite popular in Japan, seemed wholly unsuitable for the US market where everything was bigger and more luxurious. However, the managers had been using their own 50cc supercubs for personal use. They used that small bikes themselves to ride around Los Angeles on errands. They attracted a lot of attention. One day they got a call from a Sears buyer. While persisting in their refusal to sell through an intermediary, they took note of Sears' interest. But they still hesitated to push the 50cc bikes out of fear they might harm their image in a heavily macho market. But when the larger bikes started breaking, they had no choice. The rest is history. Sales rose dramatically. Everyday Americans started buying the small bikes. This case, called the Honda effect, shows that a company's success appears to be driven by its intended strategy and plans, but in reality it can also be driven by learning and adaptation in the process of correcting a company's misjudgment or mistakes. These days, due to the increase in uncertainty, things planned are not going as well as intended. Therefore, it is more effective to modify the plan according to the situation while setting and executing only rough directions than to plan in detail.